Okay, this is a love working. It's a jar spell. It's a binding of two dolls. This time I'm calling on Amon. Amon is a spirit from the Lesser Key of Solomon, and I've actually misplaced my S. Connolly book because I like to read out her description of the spirit and the old grimoire description. So this one is just my Alistair Crowley by Lon Milo Duquette, illustrated Goetia. But I much prefer the other book. But anyway, a bit of information. Yeah, Amon is a Marquis. The seventh spirit is Amon. He is a Marquis, great in power and most stern. He appears like a wolf with a serpent's tail. Out of his mouth vomits flames of fire, but at the command of the magician he puts on the shape of a man with dog's teeth, beset in a head like a raven, or simply like a man with a raven's head. He tells all things past and to come. He procures feuds and reconciles controversies between friends. He governs 40 legions of spirits. So it goes on to say Eight of Swords, Luna and Silver. So I'm calling on Amon because I find that Amon is good for bringing two people together again, like the book said. Also, Amon reinforces people and helps their love grow. And he also is very good at promoting love. I also need to say I'm very sorry about this video. It looks extremely very blurry. It could be down to the fact that I have a ton of candles lit at the moment because I'm extremely busy. So sorry about that. I'm sorry. Everything looks actually very hazy. But anyway, so like I normally do, I've made little dolls. That's her with a little dress on, and that's him. So we're going to bind them together with the padlock, and I've got like a little pink ribbon and the petition, of course, and I'm putting the sigil. That is the seal of Amon. Sorry. Also, his N. I'll put that in the description. His N is Avej Sekor Amon Ninan. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Ninan. Ninan. Avej Sekor Amon Ninan. And ends I vibrate, if that makes sense. This type of work, I meditate on these. These are like telephone numbers to the spirits, and I will meditate on these whilst preparing the spell, and anything that I pick up, I write down. But what I'm going to do is the jar will sit on this seal, so I have two seals, but I want to actually wrap a seal around the little dolls. So that's what I'm going to do, whilst visualizing the couple back together again. So a lot of folks have been saying they've had great results with working with Amon, fast results as well. So that's hopeful. Actually, I just put one knot in there. I'm going to pop them in a jar. Always keep your doll's face up and eye to eye, if that makes sense. So I'm going to pop in some honey just to sweeten the situation. And some rose water. I want a bit of cinnamon as well. A bit of cinnamon stick. That's good for attraction and the sexual side of issues. Sexual side of the relationship, should I say. I did spray the dolls earlier with pheromones, ginger, that's some Love Me oil, and I will do videos on how to make these oils very, very, very soon. And stay with me. These are names that I've given these oils myself. That's Convince oil. So I'm going to pop that on top of his head because I think that's his doll there. Yeah. To get him a little bit, to give him a little bit of a nudge, I'm going to put in some calamus root. Let's see, eye bright, to make everything, when they're together, everything to be truthful and no lies. Eye bright is good for that. This is precipitation oil. These are things that you may be able to get. You may not. If you're going to attempt to do something like this, I would advise you to not try too hard to find the likes of precipitation powder, because it's the kind of thing that's quite hard to get. And I use it because it's supposed to be very good and very effective to speed up a spell. But if you can't get it, I wouldn't worry. Control oil as well on his doll. Let's see. It's a little bit of road opener. Peace powder. A little bit of confetti because we want commitment. Let's see. I'm going to put in some church dirt. I like to use that in my love work. Let's Come to Me oil. Okay. A little bit of Follow Me Boy powder, and that's it. I think we've got enough in there. I'll just move that seal because it's starting to smudge. Okay, so I'm going to put some rose petals in there actually. Also, what I'm going to do is fill that up with some sugar. I'm going to top it up with some sugar. I'll put a little bit more of this in it, but I'd like to put some brown sugar on top of that because I really want it to be sweet. Okay, and actually put a tiny bit of fairy wall of protection, just because I think it's a good oil to use. So I'm not gonna put the lid on this because I'm not finished with it, and I'll burn my pink candles on that. I have a candle that I have over here. I offer that candle to the spirit. So if you're calling on Amon, I would advise you to make an offering, be it incense, even water, a candle, wine, things like that, just to, it helps. If you want a spirit to work for you, it's a good idea to give them something. So I'll be making his name known. When results come through, that's what I'll do. I'll make his name known. What was I going to say? So it's sigil work. But I've been working with the Goetia for such a long time, quite a while actually, that I sit with the, like I said before, I sit with the sigil, and I will just focus on it. And it's the kind of thing, it's like meditation. You meditate, I don't stare at the sigil, but I sort of gaze at it, and I get like it's a download of information, and at times it's spirit communicating as to what the spirit wants. So sometimes I get, wine, chocolate, but this time it was a candle. So okay, so that's what I got. This will sit on top of this seal, and I'll be burning the candle on that probably for, I would reckon, in and around 21 days. I'm not sure. We'll see how things go. So yeah, I have a reading coming up, so I'm going to put one more thing. I have these, and I'm using them at the moment, quite a few cases. These are stress. I don't even know what you call them, but they're for stress, and you squeeze them. That is, I don't know if you can see it, it's shaped like a face. Okay. What I'm going to do is, it works similar to a skull candle, but because you can squeeze this, I'm going to squeeze this whilst making my desires known to, because the client has a few desires that she wants the target to get, to get the message, kind of thing. And she's got a few things that she noted down for me. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be baptized in his name, and I'm going to sit with that and squeeze it whilst I'm saying the three desires over and over again, and that will represent his head. It's just similar to a little one of these skull candle, but I just like trying different things, to be honest with you, and I don't see why this won't work the same way, even as a doll's head. It's the same difference. I could probably write a few things with pen over that, put his name and a few bits and pieces, but I'm going to manipulate that by squeezing it so that he truly gets the message. I'm going to squeeze the head, and we'll see how things go. It's a bit unusual, but I don't see why it won't have the same effect as a skull candle, or a doll's head. If anything, I think it might be, even because I'm squeezing it and manipulating it, I think it might be just as powerful. So I'm coming back with a reading. Okay, I'm back with a reading. It's just to say that a little bit of time has passed since I actually did the initial working. So I'm popping in a new reading here because I want to tune into things, just to see how things are going now. So looking at things, I see you, the woman sitting beside the rider. You're going to hear news, I think, very soon. Communication, the birds, the letter again. That could be an email, a text message, something along those lines. Think like that. And the sun card. So it's something good, I think. You're going to hear some good news. So that's what I see on the horizon at the moment. I know you did ask a few questions, and address those with the pendulum. Okay, let's see. These are oracle cards. So the first card is home. So I don't know if that resonates with you. And then we've got happiness. So you have good cards so far. Change. Spiritual. This card, I have to say, I'm sending out a lot of videos privately to people, and it's unbelievable. I actually thought that this card was quite a rare card, but lately this card has been popping up in quite a few of my videos. It's almost as if anyone that's getting, work done pulls a spiritual card. It's unusual. new beginnings. So that looks quite good. You asked me if any work has been put on you by his family. I want to steady this up. So just give it a bit of time to see what way it swings. So I'm just going to ask it again. Any work has been put on the situation. I don't think so. No, I really don't think so. One moment, because I think you did ask something else. I check my notes. Okay, so I just wanted to pull a few cards because I think you mentioned the sister. Okay, the center card is a fox. That's a card of slyness, deceitful. So I'm of the opinion that I think she is worth watching. I don't think they put magic on you or anything along those lines, but I think she has the potential to do something. And I have to emphasize as well to people that even though there's no magic has gone out, the evil eye is enough to derail your relationship or whatever. Just pure nastiness or jealousy, that is enough at times just to make things a bit unsteady. So it's just to let you know. So happiness with regards to the man, and then we got the fox in the middle. So yeah, his sister I think is the one that you just keep an eye out for her. She's worth watching. I can just check with the pendulum. I know it said no, but I just want to check it. Is his sister deceitful? Just give it a second. Sister deceitful. Yeah. Yeah, I will watch out for her. Other than that, I think things are moving along fine. It's like everything else, just give it a bit of time. I know it's been a while, but what was I going to say? Do your best to visualize. I try to tell as many clients as possible, if you can visualize the end result, see it in your mind's eye. Don't worry about how you get there. Just see you being together, being with that person, enjoying life, going on dates, marriage, whatever it is. Visualize that and, get it down to a fine art. Use all your senses. Do that because that really does help. Do keep in touch with me because I like to hear from people from time to time. Also, for everyone else, it's thehouseofmagick@gmail.com. I'm getting some unusual comments at the moment from people who basically trying to force the Bible on me. So, please don't leave comments on the channel because it's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your precious time because I'm only going to delete them and report you. So there's really, it's your life. You're wasting it. I know you maybe think it's your good deed for the day by coming at me and stuff, but at the end of the day, I just delete it and move on. It's no big issue to me. Just thought I'd mention it because I've had quite a few comments lately. Also, I get a lot of comments about my accent, like I've already mentioned, because I say a lot. It's not the movies, it's only YouTube. Okay, so I have a heart working coming up for a very nice client. He's waiting on that, so that's coming up everyone that is waiting on a video, this incoming week, there's going to be a ton of videos go out. So I'm speaking to you. I'm not even sure what date it is, but we're very near the end of April. So it's just to let you know, if you're waiting on a video, you will be getting it very soon, because the remainder of these videos I want out within the next week, because I really, really want to get into my Goetia work. So if you're waiting on a video or a reading, you'll get it within the next few days. What else? Yeah, so I've got that one. It's involving a heart. It's a love spell. There'll be more information on the Intranquil Spirit coming up. I have a client who's waiting on that. A lot more Santissima Morte stuff. I want to go into the origins of the Santa Morte. I want to. This is a video I've been wanting to do for so long. I want to talk about Jesus Malverde. I want to talk about his life and what he did for people. Jesus Malverde is a saint. He's a folk saint venerated in Mexico. And I really, really, really want more I want to put more information out there about him, because I think he's a fantastic saint. He's a saint for the people. And I want to talk about what he did and his life whilst he was earthbound. There's a lot of things that I really want to talk about with regards to him, because he was a wonderful man. I really, really want to put more information out there about him. And of course, the Goetia. If anyone has any ideas for anything, come back to me. I'm always willing to hear your ideas, spell work you want to see, whatever it is. So yeah, I have a lot more on the way. So thanks for all the likes. Thanks for everything. So I'm going to say good night.